Okay.
So this is about the premium IOLs. What is a premium IOL? IOL made for the provision of spectacle-free emmetropia for distant and near vision is classified as a premium IOL. So in that it comes trifocal IOLs, accommodative IOLs, multifocal IOLs, and toric IOL. So these are the premium IOLs. Now, secondly, important preoperative checklist. What you should see: measurement errors, the IOL calculation, the estimation of the post-operative IOL position, determination of the post-operative refraction, measurement of axial length, then the corneal pathology. Here the keratometry calculation is unreliable. Then there could be a corneal opacity, aborted ectasia. Topography is must tool in diseased cornea patients, cataract surgery, and the premium IOL. Now, dry eye evaluation. See here, dry ocular surface keratometry reading is important. Even with the emmetropia, inadequate tear film is cause for poor quality of the vision. Then the retina evaluation, the osity of the macula is important because you are going for the premium IOLs. And pre-operative counseling. See, the whenever you are going for the pre-operative counseling, when the patient is asking you more than 3 questions, that time you must doubt that this patient is going to ask you questions after the surgery also, when the surgery will be completed, and patient will be the non-satisfying patient. So you will have to diagnose the patients who will be satisfying patients and non-satisfying patients. And here the another thing is, don't promise sky, give reality check, because whenever you promise high, then what will happen, they will say you promised me this, and the reality, then you will have to say just yes, you will be 6'9", but don't say that you will be 6'5". Then the example is a 35 years female with the bilateral posterior subcapsular cataract and the best corrected visual acuity was 6/18, wants to opt for trifocal IOL for the spectacle, independence post surgery. Now see the normal topography, the normal OCT, both things normal in the you can see, and the you can see the normal vitals, normal IOL calculation, everything was normal done. And the important pre-operative checklist, IOL calculation, type of IOL, corneal pathology, the retinal pathology, everything was taken care, and the corneal pathology also. Now the monography, this is a tear break up to the this one less than 5 seconds. The serum was less than 5 millimeter. The contraindicated dry eye symptoms can be exaggerated post surgery. So dry eyes preoperatively misdiagnosed, and then the what happens, you see the prospective health assessment of the cataract patients ocular surface study, the it is very important. In the dry eye intraoperative, increase surgical time, incision size, lens hardness, and then the once it happens, then there is inflammation, then the reduction in the goblet cell again as it is a dry eye. Then the post operatively, the post operative eye drop preservatives, and you can say the everything was normal, and then vital blood test within normal limits. So non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy, proliferative diabetic retinopathy, that also you will have to see. The contraindicated retinal pathology affecting macula, it is contraindicated. Here you should not do the premium IOLs. The one point, this you can say the another example, that is a 47-year-old females with right eye nuclear cataract grade 3 and left eye pseudophakia wants spectacle free vision. So the astigmatism is 1.55 diopter. The IOL calculation, type of IOL, corneal topography, retinal pathology, everything was checked in. And after the checking this, can see the keratoconus screening was also done. And you can see the inferior steep cornea and aborted keratoconus is seen. So the irregular central cornea, the toric IOL is contraindicated. You should not go for that. Then the unhappy patient, the patient will be very unhappy. Now, for this is a 40 years male with both eye nuclear cataract grade 1 wants to spectacle free vision. He likes to play adventurous sports, and so this IOL calculation is good. The type of IOL is also decided. Retinal pathology also seen. Then the also corneal pathology was seen, and all parameters within normal limits. The unrealistic expectation and type of personality. So this is also a contraindication, because see, unrealistic means what the patient, because whenever they multifocal or trifocal is implanted and if there are halos, so the patient will come to us, even the toric IOL patient will come to us and he will say that I want to remove the lens. So here the personalities are like that. So you will have to also see that the personality are suitable for the such type of premium IOL or not. Second is better to avoid the surgery in such personality. I always say that when the patient asks more than 3 questions and he is not believing on the doctors, it is better to avoid such type of lenses. Now 60 years male with the both eye nuclear cataract grade 2 wants to spectacle free vision, known case of high myopia. Now here you will see the seen this myopia, you will see this 10, and here it is a 6.5 both eye myopia. You can see the myopic degeneration, macular pathology uh, in this patient. It is seen the reduction of the contrast sensitivity in the post premium IOL, do not achieve expected vision. Now here in the conclusion, I want to tell you that the premium IOLs are future of the cataract surgery. Thorough workup pre-operative is important to deliver gratifying results. Unhappy patient is the most difficult to manage post-surgery. Now promise less, deliver more. That is what is the mantra of the premium IOL. Thank you very much.